The topic is group or expense. Group expense means we learned the trading losses. Remember, in the trading losses, what was happening? That the loss of the current year, the loss of the current year was adjusted. How it adjusted? It can be adjusted from future profits. It can be adjusted from total profit of the current year, or it can be carried back. This is the normal scenario for companies. Group aspect is only affect corporation tax, nothing to do with the individuals. Individual trading losses, what we learned was completed. Corporation tax trading losses, that was different. Now it's an extension of, you can say, the trading losses for companies. This happens when you own 75% or more, 75% or greater than 75% holding in another company. Like in your earlier studies of F3, I think you definitely remember that how the parent and subsidiary relationship exists. That one company invested in the ordinary shares of another company. Over there, the rule was only 50% and above. Then a parent subsidiary relationship exists, and we were doing consolidation accounting over there. But now it's tax. In tax, the percentage is not 50%, the percentage is 75%. Yani what we are looking for? We are looking for 75% group. 75% group means if a company have invested more than 75% or at least 75%, they form a group. They form a group for losses. So what will going to happen in this group? That these companies can share their losses with each other. Normal trading losses was we are adjusting our loss from our own trading, our own total profits current year, carried back, carry forward. This was normal corporation tax trading losses. But if there is a 75% group, we are allowed what? We are allowed to share our own losses with our subsidiary company. But the subsidiary company percentage is not 50%, the percentage is 75%. Now, till here, any questions?
No questions.
We have a small example, a small line written. Can you read it, please?
Beef Limited owns 75% of Lamb Limited. Lamb Limited owns 75% of Bacon Limited. State which companies form a group for group relief purposes.
Okay. Beef owns how much? 75% shareholding in Lamb, and Lamb holding is 75% in Beacon. What we are considering now, we are talking about first, we are talking about beef. What we are talking about first? First, we are talking about a beef. Beef have 75% holding in Lamb. Are they 75% group or no?
Yes.
Beef, lamb, and what about Beacon? How we can check that how much holding of beef in Beacon? How we can check it? See, this one, which is this beef in lamb, this is known as direct holding. This is known as direct
Direct holding.
direct holding. Yani you invested directly, but this one is known as indirect holding. Indirect means you own some other company and some other company owns it. Like, you know, the grandparents have kids and they have their own kids, but there is a relationship. Baba has direct relationship with kids, with childrens. This is direct. Grandbaba, grandfather has relationship with the grandchildrens, but there is Baba in between. So this type of thing is happening in the companies as well. So we have to calculate the indirect holding percentage. How to find out the indirect holding percentage? Very easy formula. How much percentage invested by beef in lamb? Can you tell me? How much beef invested in lamb?
75.
And how much lamb invested in beef in Beacon?
75.
If you take an average, what you will get? Multiply 0.75 into 0.75. multiply by 100, you will get a percent answer. How much you are getting?
5.625.
56.25. Is it okay or not okay for 75% group? Is this percentage is acceptable?
No,
Sorry?
it is, I guess.
It's not, because we need how much? 75. So what
75.
we can say, that we have a group between beef and lamb. This is group number one. Yani if beef have some losses, beef can share its losses to lamb. And if lamb is in loss, it can share its losses to beef. This is group number one. But in this question, there is group number two as well. Which one? That lamb owns how much? Lamb has 75% direct holding or no?
Yes.
So lamb can share its loss to beacon, and beacon share his losses to lamb. But beacon is this one. Beacon cannot share any loss with the beef, because beef and beacon are not in 75% group. Lamb is in between, so lamb has good options. Either he can give his loss to beef, he can share its loss to beacon as well. He has two choices. But for beef, they can share their losses with lamb only. And for beacon, they can share their losses to lamb only. This is, you can say, an introduction of 75% group. That how a 75% group exists or created. How we can share the loss, it will come after some time. But first of all, how a group can be in existence, or how we will know that this is a group, we learned just now. Any questions you can ask, otherwise please note it down. The question in front of you is Toast Limited and their group of companies related information. Just read it and see if you can tell me the group, which groups are in existence in this question. Now here, Toast owns 75% in honey. Just I make the structure. 100% in marmalade, and 65% in jam. Right or wrong? Honey owns
Right.
75% in butter, and marmalade owns 75% in crumpet. Okay, this is just a structure. Now we need to tell them that how many groups exist. First of all, we will search for the group number one, which is including Toast, because Toast is the parent company, right? So tell me, Toast will be there, right or wrong? Toast is the parent. It's okay. Honey, is it 75%?
Yes.
So yes for honey or no?
Yes.
Okay, Toast, honey, honey is okay. Marmalade, what do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Jam, sorry, jam, okay or not okay?
Not okay.
Not okay. Leave it. Butter, we have to find out the indirect holding, which is coming how much? 75 into 75?
56.25.
56.25. So butter is okay or not okay?
Not okay.
What about the last one? Crumplet. We need to calculate the indirect holding. 100 into 75. How much?
75.
75. So this one is okay or no?
It's okay.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's okay.
So group created, which include toast, honey, marmalade, and crumb. These are the companies they are allowed to share their losses. This is group number one. Group number two, if you want to see, the group two means honey and butter. Honey has 75% holding in butter. So honey and butter is the second group, individual group, because butter is not a part of main group. So butter and honey are creating a second group. So any questions, please?
No questions.
Please note it down. Now what we learned is how we can form a group. But there is a small question that for the creation of group, is it necessary for the companies to be residents in UK? So the answer is no. The answer is no. Companies can form a group either they are in UK or they are not in UK. If you see this example I am sharing now, is this one Holland Limited. See, it's written Holland Limited residence outside the UK. You can see this,
Yeah.
but the both companies which they are acquiring, Birmingham and Sheffield, they are both in UK. So the requirement, can you read the requirement, please?
State which companies form a group for group relief purposes and between which company losses can be transferred.
See, residency is not an important thing. So Holland is the main company. 75% means this is fine. This is also fine. So what the answer we are going to write? We are going to write that Birmingham and Sheffield both are in 75% group relief, as both companies are 75% subsidiaries of Holland Limited. Then what we will write, that residency doesn't matter, that Holland is not a UK residence, this doesn't matter. 75% group can be created amongst companies in the UK or outside the UK. So we can say that the group is created. The group is created. The group members are Holland, Birmingham, and Sheffield. Till here, any questions?
No questions.
Now the difference, what is the difference if there is a non-UK residence company is part of group? What is the difference? Now I am telling you very carefully. Mark my words. If Sheffield has a loss, if Sheffield has a loss, or if Birmingham have a loss, these both are UK residents, right? So they can share their losses among each other, right or wrong?
Right.
But Holland is red zone. Why is red zone? Because it's a non-UK residence. So the loss cannot be shared among each other. Yani Sheffield can share its loss to Birmingham. Birmingham can share its losses to Sheffield, but they cannot share their losses to Holland, and Holland cannot be able to share his losses to them because Holland is outside the UK. Why? Because UK residence companies are allowed to share losses. Residents outside the UK can create, yes, they can create a group. If you see, if there is no Holland, there is no group because Birmingham, Sheffield don't know each other. They don't have any direct holdings. So because of Holland, we created the group. Yes, group creation, we can take all the companies, either they are in UK or either they are not in UK. But when we will start working, when we start sharing the loss, only UK residence companies are allowed to share their losses among each other. Foreign companies can be part of group, but they are not allowed to share their losses. Got my point?
Got it.
Please note it down. solve a question. Numbers. How to claim loss relief. So in order to learn this, we have to learn two terms. One is surrendering, surrendering company, and the second term is claimant company. What does this means? We are going to learn now. Surrendering company is a company who suffered loss, who incurred loss, and claimant company who is claiming the loss. Okay? Surrendering company can surrender any amounts of its current period trading loss, but there is a small formula for that. The formula or the you can say format I am writing it, please note it down. We will get the trading loss. This trading loss must be current period loss. Only the current period loss can be transferred from one company, one member of 75% group to another one. Then we will deduct. We will deduct many things which are as follows. Brought forward losses, property losses, QCD, and interest income. Interest income is added in this, and after we solve, we will have an answer. This is loss, loss is negative, this answer will be negative, and the amount will come. This will be known as maximum amount which we can transfer to another member of group. Maximum group relief. This is the amount of group relief which we are allowed to transfer to another company in the group. Got it? We are transferring this amount. Either they are allowed to accept whole amount. No, they have their own format. The format is as follows: the total profits, they have their total profit less loss brought forward less their current year, if they have current year losses, then their QCD. After solving this, we can see that the maximum amount of group loss that can be accepted. Yani this is the amount, first one, this is the amount they willing to give you, and this is the amount you can accept. It's not the same case that you are giving them 100,000 and they will accept 100,000. This can be different amounts. So we have to read the question carefully and we will know that what examiner is asking from us. Just note down the format. We will do some practice questions so this concept will be cleared. Okay. The practice question called Mountain Limited. I need you to read the question by your, please.
Mountain Limited owns 100% of the share capital of a number of profitable UK resident companies. All companies prepare accounts to 31st March. Mountain Limited results for the year ended 31st March 2022 are as follows: trading loss, interest income, property business loss, qualifying charitable donations, capital loss. In addition, Mountain Limited has unrevealed trading losses brought forward at 1st April 2021 of £50,000. What is the maximum amount of loss that Mountain Ltd can surrender to its 100% subsidiaries
What they
using
ask
group
you,
relief?
the ask, what they ask you, that how much you can surrender, right? Not accepted.
Right.
Yani you have, yani the company which we are talking about is Mountain, and how much loss Mountain can give. Surrender means give. Mountain can allow. Mountain is allowed to transfer. How much it's allowed to transfer? We have the format in front of us. First of all, just search for the numbers. Trading loss. Current year, how much loss Mountain Limited incurred? Is it 130?
130,000.
Okay. This is the loss they incurred. Now format. Trading loss brought forward. Do we have any brought forward loss?
Yes,
How much?
50,000.
Here it is. Very good. Trading loss brought forward 50,000 with negative sign. Then what we need? Property loss as per
Property
the
loss,
format. How much?
15.
Okay. What else?
Mm, There's capital loss,
No. See, check the format. We took this one. We took this one. We took this one. What we need now?
QCD,
QCD. How much?
4,000.
Okay. What else we need as per the format?
There's interest income,
How much?
2,300.
Okay. This is positive, right? Can you solve it?
One nine six seven double zero minus
196700, and this one is 66,700. So you can see that this is the first numeric that in which we learned how a company can surrender its loss. The real loss was 130,000. But as per the tax rules, this format is there. We are not allowed to transfer only 130. We are allowed what amount? Which is 196,700 in this question. Yani actual loss cannot be surrendered. The answer of this format is the amount which we can shift, we can transfer to our group member, and group definition we learned that the group is 75% group. Got it?
got it.
Note it down.
£1,000. Red Red Limited has no other income or gains in the current or prior year. Red Limited owns 85% of Pink Limited. Pink Limited has adjusted trading profits of £85,000 for the year 31st December 2021. It has brought forward trading losses of £35,000 and brought forward capital losses of £5,000. Show the maximum amount of group relief available in the year to 31st December 2021 and state the amount of any unrelieved losses.
Okay, we have to calculate for both. First of all, we identified that either they are group or no. So you read this line that these are 85% means it's a 75% group, right? First of all, for the red limited, we are talking about red limited. Red limited incurred a loss, right or wrong?
Right.
Hello,
Yes, it incurred a loss.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Red Limited incurred the loss, and Pink Limited is a company which has a profit, right? And we are transferring, any Red Limited is shifting its loss to Pink Limited, right or wrong? So Pink Limited
Right.
is the one which is going to accept the loss. So we are going to calculate maximum group loss Pink Limited can be accepted, right? The format is on here. I just copied the format here as well. Now, Pink Limited information is also on the screen, is the on the question. Now, can you tell me the total profit of Pink Limited? Total profit means
It's 85,000.
everything, no? But here only they have the tax adjusted trading profit. Total profit includes interest income. Total profit includes the property income, each and everything, right? Do you know the total profit? Total profit is the amount before TTP in the format of corporation tax. In this one, we only have tax adjusted trading profits. There is no property income, no interest income, nothing. So this 85,000 is also known as the total profit. Okay. After this, loss. Any loss brought forward? Do they have
35,000.
35,000? Capital losses, you just saw we were not interested in capital losses either at the case of surrendering or either it's a case of accepting. Capital loss, khalli walli, no need to consider capital losses. So no need. How much is the answer? Correct? Hello?
Yeah, 50,000.
So this is the thing which Pink can accept. But what maximum group loss Red Limited can surrender? We know the formula of surrendering as well. Just look at this formula. This is the one, right? If you apply this formula in this question and you can try to take out the answer, what we will get? Let me arrange it small. Okay. Now, question is in front of you now. Tell me please. How much trading loss incurred in the current period by them?
65,000.
Very good, 65,000. Okay, no other income. Any trading loss brought forward?
12,000.
12,000. This is negative, no? And this is also negative. Any other thing? Any property losses? No. Any
No.
QCD? No. Any interest income? No.
No.
The answer is 12,000. Negative, negative, negative. It will be this. So maximum Red Limited can surrender. The surrendering is how much? They are allowed to surrender how much? And they are allowed to accept how much? Can you tell me?
We're surrendering 77,000.
And they are
They're allowed to.
accepting. So in exam, the MCQ will ask you that type here the group relief amount. This is the answer. This is the paper type question now. That what is the group relief? What is the group relief? You have two answers, right? You understand? Do you have two answers? They are willing to give 77. They are only accepting 50. So what is my group relief? The answer will always be lower off. The answer will always be lower off. Yani group relief will be lower off. Lower off what? Lower off surrendering and lower off accepting. What is the lower off is the final answer of MCQ or MTQ or fill in the blank. This is the amount. Only the group relief is 50,000 in the case of red and pink. We will calculate both. We will calculate for surrender amount, then we will calculate the acceptable amount, and we will compare them. And the lower of will be the group relief. You can say that a major chunk of this chapter is completed. Note it down. Any questions, please ask. Now we will going to discuss the second element of this chapter or second part of this chapter, which is known as corresponding accounting periods. We already learned that surrendering amount, how to calculate the amount of loss to be surrendered. We already knows now that how to find out the amount. If a company is accepting loss, what is the maximum amount he can accept, right or wrong?
Right.
Now, till now, whatever we did, whatever we learned, all the companies of the group have same accounting period. Means if the year end is 31st December for company A, B, C, D, all the members of the group have same accounting year. That's what we learned in our part 1. But here now, the corresponding accounting period means that all the group members have different accounting periods, different accounting year ends, and it happens in the market. It happens normal. So how to do this? We have to again focus accrual type counting the months on our fingers. This will be like you can say this type of thing is going to start now. If you see the question, please read the question.
Cup Limited is a wholly owned subsidiary of Sugar Limited.
And it's
Sugar Limited,
sugar is a parent, right? And wholly on
right.
100% holding. So group is formed. Group is there. Please continue.
Sugar Limited incurs a trading loss of £27,000 in its 9-month accounting period to 31st March 2022. Taxable total profits of Cup Limited are £24,000 and £38,000 for 12-month accounting periods to 30th September 2021 and 2022. State the
Okay.
maximum amount of group relief which Cup Limited can claim from Sugar Limited.
Cup Limited claim. Cup Limited has a profits, right? So Cup Limited can accept, right? The maximum group relief which we are going to calculate. The problem is Cup Limited has accounting year and Sugar Limited has accounting period. You can see the loss is for the period. If I write this period 9 months, no, 31st March 22, 9 months. When it started, can you tell me? Is it correct? July? Yes. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Is it correct that it starts from July and end 9 months in March?
Yeah,
Okay. Now Cup Limited has year end, right? Year end what? First year end is 30th September 21. Am I right?
right.
What is the full form of this? Full form? Just we didn't do anything, just we open it. Just we write the full forms. Any confusion, please ask me. But this is simple. We have to find out the months only.
Okay.
Now tell me, this July till March, how many months fall in between here? Just match it. What you do, just match this with this. How many months are matching? How many months are matching? July 21, yes. July, August, September. How many months are matching over here?
3 months.
3 months. Now, very carefully, what we are going to do. 1 second. Cup Limited, Sugar Limited. Sugar Limited can surrender. The loss is how much? 27,000. Am I right? This group
Right.
is for how many months? 9 months. And how many months we matched just now?
3 months.
So what is the amount of loss sugar can transfer over here?
9,000.
Okay, very good. What about Cup Limited can accept? Cup Limited has a profit. How much profit? 24,000.
24,000.
This profit is for year, for 12 months. And how many months we matched?
3 months.
3 months. So the answer is,
6,000.
and what we learned, the group relief is the amount which is higher off or lower off,
Lower.
which will be the final answer of this year, which is
6,000.
6,000. This how we can work if corresponding accounting period are there. Note it down, we have the second year as well. The second year end, we will do the same thing for that one as well. But first note it down, ask if you have any questions in your mind, then we will continue. Now you tried and you got 18,000, which is correct, but let us do it all together as well. Let me make space. Okay, second year is year ended 30th September 22, right? It's
Right.
from this to this. Okay, now Cup Limited can accept and Sugar Limited can surrender. But before moving forward, we have to find out this how many months match here. How many months are there? How many months are those which are completely matching?
6 months.
Sorry,
6 months.
6 months, correct. So all the working will be based on 6 months. Cup have profit of how much? 38,000
38,000.
for 12 months. So how much for 6 months?
19,000.
Okay, Cup can accept 19,000, but how much they can surrender? They have a loss of 27,000, which is for 9 months. And how much is for 6 months? You told me just now 18. So my group relief will be 18,000 in this situation. And we are done with the corresponding accounting period. I will share one more question. Please tell me the answer by your own, then we will solve it all together. Okay, so you did this one, right? White and black. For the first year, you told me how much? First year means year ended 30th September 21. What you got? Group relief. Give me the final answer.
For first year, it's 6,000.
Very good. What about the second year?
15,000.
Okay, 15 and 18 was the answer, and lower is 15. So that's it. So black and white. Very good. You did it correctly. So that's what we can say is the group relief. That is known as group relief. There is one which is capital gains group. I will tell you now. CGT. We knows the capital gains tax, right or wrong? If a
Right.
capital loss occurs, if a capital loss occurs, company group or group companies can share their capital losses between each other. Only the difference is formation of group. The difference is in formation of group. How? What is the difference? We will learn now. Okay, I will share a question. The topic name is now capital gains group. We know the group relief, which is a trading loss, which is a trading loss group. Trading loss means if a company has trading losses, how they can share the losses between each other. That was we are done now. Now we will discuss the capital loss. Capital loss applies in CGT topic, in capital gains tax. Remember?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the difference? We will discuss with this example. I am sharing the example. First of all, tell me the requirement B. Requirement B, you knows by yourself now, that group relief group. Group relief group, we knows, we learned this B requirement, we learned. So for B, A is part of group, right? Because A is the main company. B, 75% holding. What you will say, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, B. For C, what you will calculate? Effective holding. How much is coming?
56.25.
56 point something, yani 56%. No need, right or wrong?
Right.
And what about D? D is more far. So 0.75 into 0.75 into 0.75, what it will be? It will not be a part, but just for information we are solving.
42%.
So D is also not a part of this group. This is group number 1, right? There can be other groups as well, that B and C, these are group number 2. C and D, they are group number 3. This is known as what groups? Group relief groups. What they can share, what they are allowed to share, they are allowed to share their trading losses. What they are allowed to share, only their trading losses, not other than that. This is what we learned. The B requirement we knows. Any questions in the B requirement? Hello.
So only group 1 can share losses with each other, whereas B and C cannot.
See, A and B can share losses between each other. B and C can share the losses between each other, and C and D can share the losses between each other, because they are forming separate 75% groups. No, A is not a part of with C, because A don't have effective holding of 75% in C, right?
Okay.
So that's it for the group. Now capital gains group, everything will remain same, but the logic is little bit different. The direct holding percentage is 75%. The direct holding percentage is 75%. Same. Direct holding must be 75%, but effective, yani indirect holding is reduced. It's not 75% in the capital group, it's only 50%. This is the change. That is the change. For the trading losses group, or you can say group relief, the both percentages are 75, but here is different. So what will happen when we create a capital gains group? The difference will be this. A is there, okay, fine. B, B will be there because 75%. C, we will calculate how much you got, 56, no? So C will come or no?
No.
No, see, this C. C has direct or indirect?
Indirect.
Indirect percentage is now not 75. 75% is in group relief. But for the capital gains group, the indirect percentage is reduced to 50%. So C will be part of capital gains group. C will be part of capital gains group. Okay, D will not be part. Why? Because D, you told me just now 42% was there, no? 75 into 75 into 75. So for the sake of capital gains group, you can see C became part of capital gains group. Why? Because for the C, effective holding percentage is greater than 50%, and for the sake of capital gains group, indirect holding can be 50 or above. For the normal groups, which we already learned, normal group reliefs, both percentages, direct and indirect, are 75. But for the capital gains group, direct holding is same, 75. But indirect holding is reduced to 50%. That's what is known as capital gains group. Means A, B, and C, they are allowed to share their capital losses. Capital losses arises in the CGT chapter for the companies. After indexation allowance, if there is negative answer, it's known as capital loss. And A, B, and C are the group members for capital gains, and they are allowed to share their losses amongst each other. Please note it down and ask me if you have any questions. Now, the question in front of you is from your Kaplan revision kit. It's a big question. Please read it.
TEN Limited is the parent company for a group of companies. The group structure is as follows. 10 Limited 90% of 20 Limited, 20 Limited of 75% of 30 Limited, 30 Limited of 70% of 40 Limited.
Okay.
Each percentage holding represents a holding of the ordinary share capital, which group relation between 40 Limited and 10 Limited.
Okay. Each percentage holding
Okay.
ordinary shares. Yes, it should be ordinary shares, or it's a profit sharing percentage. Is it correct? Fine. Now the answer, the requirement is relationship between 40 and 10. 10, they are asking the relationship between 40 and 10, right or wrong? So we will check.
Right.
40 is the last one and 10 is the first one. So first of all, I will check the group relief group. Okay, what I am checking in the red color, group relief group. So 90% into 75% into 70%. Can you tell me the percentage? Indirect percentage.
47.25.
Sorry.
47.25.
Okay. For this one, the percentage, the benchmark is 75, right or wrong?
Right.
So there is no group relief. There is no group relief group. There is no group relief group, right or wrong? Now I will check with another
Right.
color, the capital relief group. Capital relief group, direct holding, DH, direct holding is 75 and indirect holding percentage is 50. Here you just told me we have 47. So here also no, no, no capital gains group exists. So what should be the answer?
D.
B or D?
D. They
D
do
for
not
duck.
form a group.
They do not form a group for either group relief or for chargeable gain purposes. This is from your revision kit. Any confusion in this question, please ask me. The next question again, sorry,
No question.
we just completed this chapter, okay? Now the next question from the revision kit. Tell me the answer. Computer. Okay, we have a computer limited. Very good. Computer owns 75% in share. 60. Oh, sorry. Shares 75% and 60% in bin, right? And 100% in paper. Paper owns 75% in cup cardboard. Okay, cardboard. All companies are UK residents except paper, which is not a UK residence. Not UK residents can form a group, right or wrong?
Yes.
Computer is okay, paper is okay, Paper will be forming the group. Chair is okay, bin is not okay. And this one, effective percentage, yani 100 into 75. 75 means cardboard is also okay. So the group is computer, paper, chair, and cardboard. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
What we learned, that they can share losses amongst each other, right?
Right.
The foreign company can be part of group, but is not allowed to share losses. You remember the question we did? Holland, Sheffield, and Birmingham.
Yes.
So, share limited, yes, it can surrender loss. Bin, no. Paper, leave paper. Cardboard, yes. But paper is a part of group, but it cannot share losses. Why? Because paper is a foreign subsidiary or foreign company. Foreign company can be a part of group, but it cannot be allowed to share losses. So the answer is chair and cardboard. Any confusion, please?
No confusion.
The next question again from your revision kit again is a OT question. Uh, I'm sharing it here. Can you tell me the answer, please? See, the easiest way is to make the structure while reading the question as I am doing. A limited and then 75% he holds in B, 100% it holds in C, B holds 75% in D, and C holds 51% in E. Just make the structure and you will understand it very easy. What they ask you, group relief or CGT group or normal group?
Gains group.
Okay,
Capital
gain
gains
means
group.
direct will be 75 and indirect will be 50. So first of all, you just calculate the indirect holding. Here is 56% and here will be 51%. So
Is it A?
why?
A has a direct. Okay.
A has a 75% in B. Okay, so
B.
B is okay, right?
And for D,
Greater
56%.
than 50% holding in D. Okay, fine. Okay. So, before disconnection, we were saying that A is okay, B is fine, C is fine, D is fine, and you can see E. E has 51%, right or wrong?
Right.
But do C and E have form group or no? Do they form normal relief group or no? Group relief. Do they have a group or no in between them? For
Mm,
creating a loss group,
no.
no, they don't create a group, right? So a company, okay, we can write this, but the thing which is the last topic of this chapter, see the effective one, it's coming, yes, but we have this E, we are holding E via C, right or wrong? We are holding E via C, but C and E are not forming 75% group. So if this is the case, this company will be eliminated. Although it's 50%, although it's 50%, but there is a condition, a small rule, that both the companies via C we have, no? So C and E must form a group, 75% group, in order to take E in the capital gains group. And the requirement is except C. Except C, we have A, B, and D. So A is there, A is already there, A is here, A, C. They already told you A and C. So what left? The answer is B and D for this particular question. And in this question, we learned the last logic, which is only applies in chargeable gain group, that effective holding is okay 50%, but we have to check that in between we have C and E, they are forming 75% group or no. Otherwise, we will not take E as a part of chargeable or capital gains group. Any questions?
No question.
Okay, same type question we have here. Brazil, can you tell me the answer, please? What they ask you? Which group?
Capital gains.
Okay. So we have Brazil, which owns 100% of Germany, 75% of Holland, then Germany owns 65% of Belgium, and Holland owns Russia. Okay, 75% of Russia. Now, first of all, we know capital gains group direct is 75 and indirect is 50. And for 50, we have a rule as well. Okay, we will apply the rule. First, we will see that G and H, these both indirect companies, are they in 75% group or no? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Holland and Germany are the direct ones.
Okay, so Brazil will be there. We will take Brazil. We will take Germany. We will take Holland. Brazil is okay because Brazil is part. Germany is okay. Holland is okay. Now, indirect ones, percentage 75 into 75, 56, right? And
Right.
H and R, in between H and R are creating 75% group or no?
Yes.
So, Russia is okay. What about this? 165, okay, 65% is more than 50, but do Germany and Belgium are making a 75% group? No, they are not. So Belgium will not be part of capital gains group. This is a practice question of the concept which we learned in 246 OT question December 2016, and this is the revision kit question. Please note it down and ask me if you have any confusion, please.
Noted.
Okay. This is the last question from the kit. Just take it as an assignment and share the answer with me through WhatsApp. And this chapter is completed and we did the kit as well. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to discuss the past papers or revision kit questions for group relief. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन है जून 2015 ओटी क्वेश्चन. इसमें आपसे पूछा है कि भाई ये बताओ कि क्या 40 और 10, ये दो कंपनीज हैं 40 और 10, ये दोनों ग्रुप बनाती हैं, 40 और 10 क्या ग्रुप क्रिएट करती हैं? तो हम देख लेते हैं। ग्रुप का पूछा है, कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप का नहीं पूछा है। तो ग्रुप रिलीफ का रूल क्या था कि ग्रुप रिलीफ या ग्रुप उसी को बोलते हैं जो 75% डायरेक्ट या इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग हो। कैपिटल गेन्स की बात नहीं हो रही, सिर्फ ग्रुप रिलीफ की। ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनीज डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग 75%। ढूंढते हैं 40 किधर है, तो भाई 10 इधर है, 40 किधर है। तो अगर मैं इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग निकालू 90 इंटू 75 इंटू 70, तो ये 75% से कम ही हो जाएगी। तो आंसर क्या होगा कि जरा हम निकाल के देख भी लेते हैं ना कि भाई 0.9 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 0.75 मल्टीप्लाई 0.7, तो ये आ जाता है इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग। इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग 47.25%। ग्रुप रिलीफ के लिए 75 होनी चाहिए, तो ये ग्रुप तो नहीं बन रहा। कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप, कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप के लिए 75% होना चाहिए डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग का, या अगर इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग देखी जा रही है यानी आपने किसी और कंपनी में, किसी और कंपनी में, किसी और कंपनी में होल्डिंग है, तो 50% होनी चाहिए। तो यहाँ पे आप देखें, दर होल्डिंग दर होल्डिंग दर होल्डिंग, हमारी दूसरी में, दूसरी की तीसरी में, तीसरी की चौथी में, ये हमारी इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग कहलाती है। और इफेक्टिव भी 50 के नीचे है, तो ना कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप बनता है, ना चार्जेबल गेन ग्रुप बना, या ना ही नॉर्मल लॉस ग्रुप बना। तो आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी फॉर डक। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, ये बताइए कि कौन सी कंपनी में ट्रेडिंग लॉस सरेंडर हो सकता है? ट्रेडिंग लॉस सरेंडर का मतलब होता है ग्रुप रिलीफ। ट्रेडिंग लॉस सरेंडर का मतलब होता है कौन सी कंपनी अपने लॉसेस को दूसरी कंपनी को दे सकती है। ग्रुप रिलीफ 75% डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग। ग्रुप रिलीफ क्या होता है वैसे? ट्रेडिंग लॉसेस को सरेंडर करना। डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग 75% होना जरूरी है। आसान सा क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन मैं फिर भी पूरा लिखता हूँ। कंप्यूटर है, कंप्यूटर लिमिटेड है, उसने चेयर में 75% होल्डिंग रखी हुई है। उसने बिन लिमिटेड में 100% होल्डिंग रखी हुई है, जबरदस्त। एंड 100% जो है वो इसने होल्डिंग रखी हुई है पेपर में। और पेपर ने फर्दर कुछ किया है, क्या किया है? पेपर ने कार्डबोर्ड को खरीदा है, जिसमें उसकी होल्डिंग है 75%। ये मैंने टेबल बना लिया। अब क्या हुआ? कंप्यूटर लिमिटेड को लॉस हुआ। आपने बताना है कि कौन सी कंपनी में कंप्यूटर जो है वो अपना लॉस क्या कर सकता है, सरेंडर कर सकता है। अब देखिएगा जरा, ये बिन की परसेंटेज 60 थी, मैं 60 कर देता हूँ, ठीक है। सबसे पहले 75% से कम वालों को तो बाहर कर दो, बिन गया बाहर। कार्डबोर्ड इनइफेक्टिव होल्डिंग है। इनइफेक्टिव होल्डिंग कैसे देखेंगे, यानी कंप्यूटर की कार्डबोर्ड में कितनी है, तो 100 इंटू 75 विच इज 75%। तो चलो भाई, कार्डबोर्ड तो समझ आ रही है। सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं चेयर। चेयर बिल्कुल सही जवाब, 75% होल्डिंग है, और कुछ बताया नहीं है चेयर के बारे में कि ये यूके है कि नहीं है। पेपर लिमिटेड होल्डिंग के हिसाब से ओके है, कार्डबोर्ड होल्डिंग के हिसाब से, इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग के हिसाब से ओके है, लेकिन कार्डबोर्ड तो चलो यूके की ही होगी, बताया नहीं है ना। लेकिन जो पेपर है उसके बारे में लिखा है कि सबके, लिखा हुआ है ना कि सारी कंपनी यूके की हैं सिवाय पेपर के। पेपर जो है वो क्या है, वो यूके रेजिडेंट नहीं है। तो भाई, जो यूके रेजिडेंट नहीं होती वो कभी भी ग्रुप का हिस्सा नहीं होती। हम अपना लॉस सिर्फ यूके के, यानी अपनों को में बांटते हैं, अपनों में, परायों में नहीं बांटते। ऑल दो परसेंटेज 75% से ज्यादा ही क्यों ना हो जाए। तो सर कार्डबोर्ड में क्यों दे दिया? तो बेटा कार्डबोर्ड जो है ना, ये यूके कंपनी है, वो यूके कंपनी है। किसी फॉरेन कंपनी के थ्रू भी अगर यूके की कंपनी में इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग 75% हो जाए ना, तब भी वो ग्रुप का हिस्सा होती है। तो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्या हुआ? पिन नहीं है, पेपर नहीं है, चेयर है और कार्डबोर्ड है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ट्रिकी है, इसमें कुछ नई बात भी सीखेंगे आप। ए लिमिटेड ओन 75% शेयर्स ऑफ बर्ड्स, मैंने लिख दिया। 100% इन कोरेकल, मैंने लिख दिया। बर्ड्स ने ड्यू में 75% और कोरेकल ने 8 में 51% होल्ड किया है। कहता है कोरिकल तो है, अलोंग विथ कोरिकल इसके अलावा बताओ कि चार्जेबल गेन ग्रुप में कौन सी आएगी। कोरिकल तो है, तो कोरिकल तो है, कोरिकल तो है मान लो, इसके अलावा कौन सी आएगी? तो भाई देखते हैं। ए का बी में 75 है, ऑरिकल 100% है, तो ठीक है। ऑरिकल उन्होंने खुद ही लिख दिया है, तो वो आंसर का पार्ट नहीं है, लेकिन ऊपर लिखा हुआ है। तो ए के साथ बी है, सी है। ये तो डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग वाली कंपनीज है ना। डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग, डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग के लिए कितना परसेंट देखा जाता है? 75%। क्या देख रहे हैं हम? कौन सा ग्रुप बना रहे हैं? कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप बना रहे हैं, ठीक है। एबीसी तो हो गई। अब बारी है डी की, जरा ध्यान से देखना। ए ने 75 और 75 वाले ने 75 टू में किया है, तो अगर मैं ए की इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग निकालने जाऊं तो वो कैसे निकलेगी? तो 75 इंटू 75% ना, 75 75 क्या आता है? करके देख लो। 56.25 इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग आ गई। तो भाई डी जो है, इसमें इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग 56.25% है। 8 की बात करते हैं तो 100 इंटू 51, 100 इंटू 51। इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग 8 में भी 51% है। 100 मल्टीप्लाई 51, जैसे हमने वहां पे किया यहाँ पे कर दिया। बात समझिएगा गौर से। कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप का रूल क्या था? डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग 75%। इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग का क्या रूल था? इनडायरेक्ट होल्डिंग 50%। तो डी तो नजर आ रहा है होगा, ई भी आपको लग रहा है कि होगा। लेकिन अब एक बात सुनो, जब हम पढ़ते हैं तो हम एक चीज बताते हैं, वो बात मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, जरा गौर से देखना। जब आप ये वर्किंग कर लेते हो ना, तो फिर मैं कहता हूँ हमेशा कि एक रिव्यू करो। रिव्यू ये करो कि भाई ए जो है ना, वो डी में डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, किसके थ्रू है? बर्ड्स के थ्रू। तो आप देखो बर्ड्स और डी का रिश्ता क्या है। क्या बर्ड्स और डी में 75% और मोर की होल्डिंग है कि नहीं है? तो सर बिल्कुल नजर आ रहा है कि बर्ड्स ने डी में 75% होल्ड किया है। तो ठीक है। कैपिटल गेन्स का रूल क्या है? इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग 50% या इससे ज्यादा होनी चाहिए, लेकिन जिसकी वसातत से, जिसके जरिए से, इसमें बर्ड जरिया है डू तक पहुंचने का, उन जरियों का आपस में रिश्ता जो है वो 75 या इससे ज्यादा होना चाहिए। तो डी इज फाइन, डी आंसर का पार्ट बनेगा। ई पे आते हैं, अब इन दोनों का रिश्ता चेक करते हैं। किसका? कोरेकल और 8 का। रूल क्या है? इफेक्टिव 75 इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग कैपिटल गेन्स के लिए 50% या 50 से ज्यादा हो, वो तो दिख रही है। लेकिन जो कोरिकल और इसका रिश्ता है 75% और मोर, क्या यानी जिसके थ्रू, जिसकी वसातत से ए को 8 मिली, वो थी कोरिकल। क्या कोरिकल का 8 में रिश्ता 75% का है कि नहीं है? कोरिकल का 8 में रिश्ता 75% का नहीं है, इसलिए 8 कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप में ऑल दो इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग 50% से ज्यादा है, फिर भी कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप का हिस्सा नहीं बनेगी। पहले डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग वाली उठाई, 75% फिक्स था, उनको ले लिया। इनडायरेक्ट वाली उठाई, इफेक्टिव परसेंटेजेस निकाली, जो 50 से ज्यादा आ रही थी उनको लिख लिया। फिर उनके रिश्ते चेक किए कि डू जो है वो बर्ड्स के थ्रू मिली थी, तो बर्ज और डू का रिश्ता 75 का है कम से कम के नहीं? हाँ है, तो डी ओके हो गई। कोरिकल और 8 का रिश्ता 75% या इससे ज्यादा का है? नहीं है, तो ई बाहर हो गई। तो हमारे ग्रुप में कौन कौन आया? ए, बी, सी एंड डी। कहता है सी तो है, ए तो है, इसके अलावा कौन कौन है? तो इसके अलावा हमारे पास बर्ड्स है, ए तो है, सी तो है, इसके अलावा बताओ? तो इसके अलावा बर्ड्स एंड डू। इसके अलावा कौन है? इनके अलावा जो है वो है बर्ड्स एंड डू। तो आंसर आपको नजर आ रहा होगा, ऑप्शन क्या है? बी फॉर बॉल। तो यहाँ पे कैपिटल गेन्स का जो इफेक्टिव का 50% है ना, उसके अंदर जो फर्दर क्लासिफिकेशन है वो टेस्ट हुई है और हमने आपको समझाई है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, जिसे ब्राजील है उसने कुछ शेयर्स खरीदे हैं, खरीदते होल्डिंग ये हैं, फंसते हैं हम, क्या करें? मजबूरी है। तो 100% होल्डिंग जर्मनी की, 75 हॉलैंड की, जर्मनी ने फिर 65 बेल्जियम में और 75 रशिया में परचेज किए। मैं इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग अगर पहले कैलकुलेट कर दूं तो 100 इंटू 65 विल बी 65% इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग, रेड कलर से इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग लिखी जा रही है। और 75 इंटू 75 56 पॉइंट सम परसेंट बन गया। निकालना है कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप। क्या निकालना है? कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप। अब देखो जरा, कैपिटल गेन्स अभी लास्ट क्वेश्चन में ही सीखा है। सबसे पहले अपने आपको तरीका बताया, वही तरीका, डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग वाली कंपनी अलग कर लो। तो सर ब्राजील आ गई, जर्मनी, यूके रेजिडेंट ही है सारी कंपनियां, कोई बाहर की है ही नहीं, तो जर्मनी भी आ गई और हॉलैंड भी आ गई, क्योंकि डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग का रूल था 75% का। अब आते हैं इनडायरेक्ट वाले। इनडायरेक्ट का रूल है कम से कम 50% इफेक्टिव। तो अगर हम देखें तो इफेक्टिव बेल्जियम जो है, बेल्जियम जो है वो 65% और रशिया जो है वो 56%। दोनों इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग की कंडीशन को तो सेटिस्फाई कर रही हैं, लेकिन सिर्फ इफेक्टिव नहीं देखता, फिर रिश्तेदारी यानी किसके वास्ते से मिली थी। तो बेल्जियम में वास्ता था जर्मनी, तो क्या जर्मनी और बेल्जियम का रिश्ता 75% या इससे ज्यादा का है? नजर आ रहा है? क्या बेल्जियम और रशिया का रिश्ता 75 और मोर है? नहीं है, तो बेल्जियम को बोला हमने चल निकल। फिर हमने चेक किया हॉलैंड का रिश्ता किसके साथ? रशिया से, क्योंकि हॉलैंड के थ्रू हमें रशिया मिला था। तो 75% का रिश्तेदारी नजर आ रहा है, 75 या ज्यादा। तो हॉलैंड ने रशिया में 75% होल्ड किया है। तो बेल्जियम को छोड़ के सारी कंपनीज जो हैं वो कैपिटल गेन्स ग्रुप बना लेंगी, यानी अपना कैपिटल लॉस जो होगा वो आपस में शेयर कर लेंगी। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन कैलकुलेशन का है कि कौन कितना लॉस देगा। तो हमें पता है, हम देखते हैं लोअर ऑफ, देने वाला कितना दे सकता है और लेने वाला कितना ले सकता है। इस क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ मंथ्स पे खेला गया है। बैटरी ने 100% वॉच में खरीदे, यूके रेजिडेंट ही है दोनों, तो ये ग्रुप बन गया। 75% ग्रुप तशरीफ ले आया, आपस में ट्रेडिंग लॉस शेयर हो सकता है। बात जरा समझिएगा, बात जरा समझिएगा कि भाईजान टीटीपी निकालें वॉच की। तो टीटीपी कैसे निकलती है? सर वॉच का हमारे पास ट्रेडिंग इनकम 50 है, प्रॉपर्टी इनकम 30 है, कोई क्यूसीडी व्यूसीडी ये वो नहीं है। तो वॉच की टीटीपी इज 80,000। बेहतरीन, वॉच की टीटीपी इज 80,000। और दूसरी कंपनी का नाम, जो ओनर है, जो पेरेंट है, बैटरी, बैटरी का लॉस है, ट्रेडिंग लॉस है 1 लाख। बैटरी कितना लॉस उधर देगा और टीटीपी वो वॉच कितना लॉस लेगी, ये चेक करना हमें पता था है कि लोअर ऑफ करके करते हैं। क्या है पीरियड का चक्कर। आपका जो बैटरी है ना, बैटरी, इसका ये जो लॉस है ना, ये ईयर एंड का है। ईयर एंड मतलब होता है 12 महीने। 12 महीने बोले तो 31 दिसंबर लिखा हुआ है ना 2023। तो शुरू कब हुआ होगा? 1 जनवरी 2023। मसला खराब कब हुआ? जब हमने इसका ईयर एंड या पीरियड एंड ढूंढा तो इसमें लिखा हुआ था कि भाई ये मार्च में एंड करता है और ये 6 महीने हैं। अल्लाह अकबर। तो जब ये 6 महीने की बात है तो इसका मतलब इसका पीरियड ऑफ अकाउंट पूरे साल का नहीं है। लॉस लेने वाला 6 महीने के पीरियड पे काम कर रहा है, लॉस देने वाला ईयर एंड पे काम कर रहा है। तो हाजा मुश्किल ज्यादा। इस मुश्किल को हम हल करेंगे। सबसे पहले तो ये सोचो ये शुरू कब हुआ होगा? 1 अक्टूबर 2022। 6 महीने ना, अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर जनवरी फरवरी मार्च, और ये पूरा साल है। मैचिंग चलाओ, मैचिंग मेरे दोस्त, मैचिंग करो। सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं कि भाई जो प्रॉफिट वाली है ना उसमें इस पीरियड को कितना मैच कर सकते हैं। यानी अक्टूबर क्या लॉस वाली कंपनी के पीरियड में आता है? यानी इसका पीरियड है जनवरी से दिसंबर। मैच करो, क्या अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर इसमें आता है? नहीं आता। सिर्फ कितने मंथ्स आते हैं? 3 मंथ्स। कितने मंथ्स आते हैं? सिर्फ 3 मंथ्स। कितने आते हैं? 3 मंथ्स। इसका मतलब ये है कि जो हम लॉस एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं ना वो कितना कर सकते हैं? सिर्फ 3 महीने का। यानी 80,000 6 महीने का है, 3 महीने का हम एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं। कितना हो गया? अम, आधा कर लो, 40,000। यानी ये जो कंपनी है, ये जो कंपनी है ये कितना क्लेम कर सकती है? ये 40,000 का लॉस एक्सेप्ट कर सकती है। यानी नंबर वन, क्लेमेंट कंपनी कैन एक्सेप्ट। तो अपने पीरियड के हिसाब से उसने देखा और उसने वर्किंग की और बोला भाई मैं तो 40,000 ले सकती हूँ क्योंकि मेरा प्रॉफिट आपके पीरियड में सिर्फ 3 महीने बैठता है। उन्होंने कहा अच्छा, खैर ठीक है, लेकिन हम भी तो देखें हमारा क्या सेटिंग बनती है। यार हमारा भी जो है ना जनवरी फरवरी मार्च, तुम में कितने मंथ बैठते हैं? सिर्फ 3 महीने, क्योंकि मार्च में तुम लोग ईयर एंड कर देते हो। तो लाख का मेरा लॉस है जो कि साल का है, 3 महीने के हिसाब से ये कितना बैठा? मेरे दोस्तों, मेरे अजीज हम वतनों, कितना बैठा? कैलकुलेटर चलाओ ना। 25,000 बैठा। अरे, वो लेना चाहती है 40,000 का लॉस, लेकिन जो सरेंडर है, सरेंडरिंग कंपनी है, सरेंडरिंग कंपनी कैन सरेंडर इस पीरियड के हिसाब से वो कितना दे सकते हैं? 25,000। वो लेने के लिए तैयार है 40, वो देने के लिए तैयार हैं सिर्फ 25। टैक्स से बोला दोनों की लड़ाई का हल हम देंगे कि इन दोनों आंसर में जो लोअर हो ना, जो लोअर हो ना वो ही रिलीफ होगा और उतना ही लॉस आपस में छेड़ाछाड़ी यानी ट्रांसफर किया जाएगा। इसको देखिएगा। कोई सवाल है तो व्हाट्सएप पे जरूर पूछ लीजिएगा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि एक कंपनी है जिसका नाम है एप्पल। 75% होल्डिंग है उसकी ग्रैप्स में, बहुत अच्छी बात है। और आपस में यानी 75% ग्रुप तो है ना, डायरेक्ट होल्डिंग है। एक कंपनी ने दूसरी कंपनी को साथ क्या हरकत की? 75% होल्डिंग वाली कंपनी के साथ एक नॉन करंट एसेट को ट्रांसफर किया। याद रखना, याद होगा, हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ। हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ आपस में कोई चीज शेयर करे तो वो एक ही यूनिट होता है, कोई सीजीटी अराइज नहीं होता। और जो हस्बैंड की कॉस्ट होती है वही वाइफ की कॉस्ट मानी जाती है। सेम रूल। 75% में देने वाले को आप समझ लो बेचारा शोहर, और जिसको गिफ्ट मिला है, जिसको ट्रांसफर हुआ है, वो है अमीर औरत यानी जोजाए मोहतरमा। तो जोजाए मोहतरमा को मिला यानी ग्रॉप्स को मिला। तो भाई सीजीटी तो अराइज नहीं होगा। जो कॉस्ट होगी ना ए लिमिटेड की वही कॉस्ट मानी जाएगी, किसके लिए? ग्रैब्स के लिए। और कंपनी में अगर कंपनी का सीजीटी पड़ा है, याद है, तो कंपनीज में हम कॉस्ट पे फोकस नहीं करते थे, इंडेक्स कॉस्ट पे फोकस करते थे। और इंडेक्स कॉस्ट होती है कॉस्ट प्लस इंडेक्सेशन अलाउंस। क्वेश्चन में गौर से देखिए, ₹1,00,000 कॉस्ट है, 50,000 इंडेक्सेशन अलाउंस है, तो इंडेक्स कॉस्ट इज 1,50,000। यानी सेकेंड मेंबर ऑफ द ग्रुप जिसको एसेट मिला है, कोई सीजीटी नहीं आया, जो हस्बैंड यानी मेन कंपनी की ट्रांसफरर की कॉस्ट थी, वही कॉस्ट जिसको मिल रहा है उसके लिए ट्रीट कर ली गई। और ये इंडिविजुअल नहीं है, ये कंपनी है, तो जस्ट कॉस्ट नहीं, इंडेक्स कॉस्ट पे बात होगी। तो आंसर इज 1,50,000। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ग्रुप में दिया हुआ जरूर है, लेकिन इसका ताल्लुक ग्रुप रिलीफ से नहीं है, इसका ताल्लुक है सेल्फ असेसमेंट फॉर कंपनीज से। जब आप सेल्फ असेसमेंट ऑफ कंपनी में लार्ज कंपनी स्मॉल कंपनी की डेट्स देखते थे, तो लार्ज कंपनी देखने के लिए आप देखते थे, मैं अपने अल्फाज बोलूँ तो मैं इस तरह पढ़ाता था कि हमारी कितनी सब्सिडरीज, उस हिसाब से काम होता है, और उसको हम कहते थे 51% ग्रुप। पता कैसे चला सर इसने ये पूछा है? तो बेटा देखो क्या लिखा हुआ है, कहते हैं कितनी कंपनीज हैं आपकी जब आप 1,50,000 के एपी ऑगमेंटेड प्रॉफिट वाली जो लिमिट है, यानी ये लिमिट ऑगमेंटेड प्रॉफिट वाली लिमिट, ये आपको याद हो ये यू लिखा जाता था कि इसके ऊपर अगर कंपनी है तो लार्ज कंपनी है, इंस्टॉलमेंट में पे करेगी, और इसके नीचे है तो स्मॉल है और वो वन शॉट कॉर्पोरेशन टैक्स पे करेगी। इसके लिए रूल था 50% से ज्यादा होल्डिंग होना, यानी 51 इंक्लूडिंग 51 एंड अबव। तो देख लेते हैं, टेलीफोन तो है ही है, हम एक, हमारी कितनी, कुछ और नहीं, सब्सिडरीज। डेस्क सीधा सीधा सर 51 से ज्यादा है, आ गई। चेयर सर सीधा सीधा 51 से ज्यादा है, आ गई। गवर्नमेंट कंपनी क्या कभी भी हम लेते थे कि नहीं लेते थे? ऑल तो मोर देन 50% है सर, आपने पढ़ाया है कि यहाँ पे जब आप सेल्फ असेसमेंट के लिए लार्ज और स्मॉल कंपनी के लिए हम एक, हमारी कितनी सब्सिडीज देखते हैं, तो गवर्नमेंट नहीं लेते, लेकिन ओवरसीज कंपनी लेते हो। ये बात जो बच्चे कंफ्यूज करते हैं, ग्रुप जो लॉसेस वाला ग्रुप है उसके अंदर ओवरसीज कंपनी नहीं आती, लेकिन जो आपका सेल्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फॉर कंपनी है उसमें ओवरसीज कंपनी अगर 51% या इससे ज्यादा वाली है तो वो आती है, तो विंडो आ जाएगी। और कर्टन, कर्टन के बारे में क्वेश्चन कहता है कि ये 1 जनवरी 2023 को, और हमारा ईयर एंड है मार्च 23, इसी साल एक्वायर है। बाकियों के बारे में लिखा हुआ है कि बाकी कंपनी थ्रू आउट है, यानी पहले से खरीदी हुई हैं। हमें ये रूल भी याद आ रहा है, सेल्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फॉर कंपनी की वीडियो देख लेना अगर याद नहीं आ रहा तो, कि जो कंपनी ड्यूरिंग द ईयर एक्वायर की जाए, वो बोल दो वो 51% हो, फिर भी वो उस साल नहीं आती। ये कब से आना शुरू होगी? नेक्स्ट ईयर से। यानी अगर 2023 का हम चेक करेंगे ना कि कितने से डिवाइड करना है, अपर लिमिट ऑफ 15 लाख की, तो उधर 5 होगा, लेकिन जिस साल कंपनी खरीदी जाती है उस साल वो यहाँ पे नहीं आती। तो यहाँ पे हम एक हैं, हमारी एक दो तीन, हम एक हमारी तीन, मिलके हुए 4, ये लिमिट प्रोपोर्शनेट हो गई। आंसर है सी फॉर कैट। दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन रिलेट्स टू सेल्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फॉर द कंपनी, प्योरली सेल्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का क्वेश्चन था। इसका ग्रुप रिलीफ से कोई दूर दूर तक नाता, रिश्ता, ताल्लुक नहीं था, ठीक है। लेकिन आपकी बुक ने, आपकी किट ने इसको डाला है यहाँ, तो ठीक है, मसला क्या है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टैक्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फॉर कंपनी का क्वेश्चन है, ग्रुप में लिखा हुआ है लेकिन है टैक्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का। कैसा है बताओ, वो लिमिट क्या होगी? जिससे ऊपर जाने पे इंस्टॉलमेंट पे टैक्स पे करना पड़े। हमें पता है जो लार्ज कंपनीज होती हैं वो इंस्टॉलमेंट में पे करती है, और नॉर्मली जिनका ऑगमेंटेड प्रॉफिट एपी टीटीपी में डिविडेंड ऐड करते हैं तो ऑगमेंटेड प्रॉफिट आता है। ऑगमेंटेड प्रॉफिट 1.5 लाख से 15 लाख से ज्यादा हो वो लार्ज होती है, लेकिन ये 15 लाख हम एक और हमारी 51% ग्रुप से ये रिड्यूस होता है। देखो हम तो हैं हम 80% रोजर में, तो रोजर भी आ गई। 80 into 70 जरा इफेक्टिव होल्डिंग तो निकालो। 87 का कितना होता है एसीसी वालों, कैलकुलेटर चलाओ। 56 होता है, इफेक्टिव 56 होता है। और फिर अगला, वो तो सर नीचे ही आएगा लेकिन कर लो ना सर, 31 होता है। ठीक है सर। अब देखो इसमें गवर्नमेंट कोई कंपनी नहीं है, ओवरसीज का कोई चक्कर, ओवरसीज होती तो लेते ही है उसको तो। और बहुत सारी कंपनी बहुत सारे सालों से कोई इस साल खरीदी भी नहीं है, सिंपल है। एन आ गई, आर आ गई, ये 51 से ज्यादा है। तो राफेल भी आ गई, एंडिंग नहीं आएगी। तो हम एक, हमारी दो सब्सिडीज, हम एक हमारी दो सब्सिडीज मिलके कितने हो गए, 3। ठीक है, कितने हो गए, 3। तो 1/3, आंसर आ गया 5 लाख। यानी 5 लाख इज द लिमिट कि अगर उससे ऊपर जाएंगे तो ये लार्ज कंपनी बनेगी, और लार्ज कंपनी अपना टैक्स जो है वो इंस्टॉलमेंट में भरती है। ठीक है।